the win.
And understanding how GCG love to conduct their team fights, that helps them to find the way how to actually get in and do the job done. Because Jeff and Lolgok, they pulled the trigger just a little bit, not in the exact moment, and therefore Evo just find their way how to spin around that team fight and get the advantage. They have the soul point, they have the 2000 gold lead, and the Baron is no longer important as it's about to wear off just in a few minutes, or rather seconds.
Now, it is looking like Gucci Gaming needs to find something, needs to maybe catch someone out, which they are looking for in this top lane. Even if they don't catch him out here, they will get the top tower, get a little bit more gold in their pocket, as they are around about 3k gold behind. Now, the side of Gucci Gaming, they need to try and slow the pace down and really find a good, hard fight, as it is looking like Logog is a little bit caught out. Is he going to be seen?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
Evo, maybe Yon is looking for him, but no, he's instead going for the minions, and I think he's going to just safely return. Yes, he just will.
Now, on the side of Gucci Gaming, they have around about 3 minutes left until Dragon is up. The longer this game goes, the harder it gets. Bobo is outscaling Jeff really hard in these team fights. Savage is not able to do a lot if Yeon and Bobo can just find ways to get out of it.
This Gwen is already 3 items. The Nashor's Tooth, the Zhonya's, the Riftmaker, and the other one is right on its way. Plus the Berserker plates. No, it's steel caps. It's steel caps. It's plated steel caps. I still struggle with the old and new names of the items sometimes. Don't know why. But the plated steel caps are allowing him to not take so much damage from the Gnar, from the Misfortune, even from Jarvan, from his auto attacks. Therefore, this is a little bit of a more tankier Gwen with the healing that allows himself to live through even despite if immunity is not available.
Remember, Gwen may be more tanky, but that isn't the only champion who is tanky as well. We also have some armor coming out.
Hold that thought. There it is. Onto Ori. The death charge is not actually going to connect. I think he dodged it with the chrono shift. No, it wasn't used. Oh, in this case, I'm blind. Absolutely blind.
My brain was going into full support mode of have I ever seen that happen? I was just sitting there like, no, he hasn't. But I do see Bobo getting caught out.
Yes, he will be. The immunity will save him for the time being. He even hopped over the wall. Needwork is going to be propped to. Savonix takes a lot of damage. Look at Bobo still alive. Jeff is going to clean that kill with the help of the teleport that just delivered him. What was that of a 10k Gwen? Now maybe looking for a chase, but Savonix has went back a little bit. Solar Flare is not going to connect onto Jarvan. They're going to chase him down just a little bit. The knockup is not going to be found there too. And the True Shot Barrage already let loose. Both of the teams are just going to disengage.
A lot of big ultimates are down for the next team fights. All you have is Jeff and Savage coming up. Baron will be spawning in the next 30 seconds and Dragon in 1 minute 20. Soul Point is on the side of Evo, so we're expecting them to be fighting for that position there. Now, but talking about what just happened there, we did see Obsidian go in, my apologies, Bobo go in and get caught out. But this is a little bit of a mismatch between having Savonix on a Nico and then also having the J4 as well. The Cataclysm. The Cataclysm allows no one in, no one out, which means that the ultimate from Savonix can't really land because you can be on the slight side of the Cataclysm, meaning that you won't get hit by it.
And with that being said, look at the goal difference. It's now practically even, and it doesn't really matter. Both of the teams are reaching their power spikes. Now Loco might be caught out. Needwork is going to be used. So is a Solar Flare. They're going to stun him up. And the True Shot Barrage being just delivered with that Flash Pop Blossom is not going to find Bobo because Zhonya's making you immune. Now Kill, finding the kill, but the bullet time saves him just in the right second. Cataclysm is going to find a few targets, but it's not going to help. Now Jeff is looking for more. He's about to turn into a Mega Gnar. But do you really want to fight 1 against 4? Not really, not just yet. And now we're looking at Evo claiming themselves the Infernal Soul. 5 seconds on the clock and 30 seconds on the clock on that Jarvan the 4th.
Now this is why you perma-ban this Gwen. You could see how much damage it was doing in that fight. Not even the amount of damage, the amount of tankiness it has as well. It was healing up anything they were doing. And also, Loco there just got a little bit caught out, meaning that Gucci Gaming just wasn't able to do anything. Loco had a good engage in the backline, meaning that Yeon and Ori weren't able to do anything in that fight. But when you have a Gwen at 3.5, almost 4 items now, you don't even need your backline to win these fights.
Now they have the Infernal Soul. Remember, we have been talking about it too. Ezreal is going to become a nightmare for the team of Gucci Gaming. And furthermore, Evo is now stepping up. They know that if they lose, they are out completely. So maybe, just maybe, with the comeback of Ori, we're looking at the reverse sweep.
Now, this is the chance for Evo to bring it back. They do have their main AD carry back. Your spirits are going to be lifted with how this game is going. So if they're able to secure the win here, it could be a reverse sweep because in both of these camps, it isn't just about their gameplay. It's about their, real feeling for the game and the atmosphere, as we do see Obsidian still the blue buff away.
And now Eon might be in a little bit of a trouble. Jeff goes onto him. The wind wall is going to be used, but he's going to be knocked up regardless. A lot of damage going to be taken. A lot of healing. Last Whisper onto Nar. Nar still alive. That's the shutdown. True shot barrage. Even with the help of the Infernal Drake is not going to claim the kill. Yes, you got him, but maybe now Neo will try to push to the Baron. But Jeff has the teleport almost off the cooldown. Means he will be able to get back here very fast.
Gucci Gaming did find a pick. Are they able to find anything from it? It's looking like a lot of their players do want these resets here. Remember, the longer this gold keeps going, the less that a gold lead matters. Not even mattering right now, as there is only about a 1.5k gold lead on the side of Team Evo. As we do see, look at this J4. J4 is in the backline hunting for something.
That was a very risky play. Now coming on to Bobo yet again. He's going to be caught up. Desonius is going to be used to pop Blossom there just to secure it, but he manages to dodge it away for the time being. Now Ori makes the shots fired. The hook is not going to connect. The rest of Evo are here. There are 3 members and they're ready. In 5 seconds, Yasuo is going to go into this fight too. And gee, they realize this is not the best position to fight. They need that Ezreal serve. They're not going to exploit it yet to die. Ori 407, the only person on the rift who is yet undefeated.
Remember, Bobo is still dead. They're barreling down this mid lane. It's going to be a 4 versus 5. Ori needs to come up big in this team fight. He has not died yet, but if he's not able to get this poke off, Gucci is going to win the fight.
Taking the first inhibitor line. Now that's the first line open. Evo will force away the rest of Gucci, but maybe now they're looking for a reset, looking to establish control over the map and try to go for this Baron. But Evo are already out of the base. They're looking for the fight. They found someone with the sweeper. Jarvan has to run away. He's going to be able to get out on the standard. Here comes the bowling. Might be finding at least one target, but look at the teleport. Evo are pulling their own trigger on the Baron.
They are doing the polar opposite from the side of Gucci Gaming. Logo can't reset. Logo can't even be here.
That is too quick. No, and now we don't even see the support of Gucci. They're taking the first go now. Bobo is on the chase looking for more. He's going to use the blast cone, goes for Jarvan, but the blast cone is going to veer him right into the hands of the teammates of Gucci. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Now the bowling is going to hit too. The drowsiness is not going to be used. Lift and Lullaby is still on the cool down. And now the Baron buff is in the hands of Evo. They're looking to push more.
Remember, Bobo is not up. This is one of their main side laners. They need to have Bobo on the side to gain pressure to really be able to push this lead. But now they don't have it. It's going to be a lot easier for Gucci Gaming to defend themselves. But it's looking like the side of Evo, with this extra pressure of the Baron, is just trying to farm up. Remember, if we get this Gwen ahead enough, she is really going to be able to take this game. But sadly, Bobo did slightly overstep in that last team fight. Elder Dragon is spawning in the next 1 minute 30. Whoever gains that buff will most likely win the game.
And now they're looking to establish their priority over the mid lane. Remember, 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock before the Elder Drake is online and running. We do know that the Elder Drake most of the times is exactly the reason why the games are getting turned around. And now both of those teams are just stepping on the edge of the blade. One wrong foot, one wrong step, and you fall down into the abyss of a lose.
Take a look at what Gucci's doing. They are trying to use Savonix as a bait to try and find a pick, and they may find one.
Yes, Obsidian now was stepping up, but everybody's coming back. No, they're not. They're looking for it in the depth charge. It's taking, not finding it because he's going to go golden. And now they're tearing apart the jungler of Team Evo. 1 minute on the clock. And at the same time, here comes Evo. They're matching the cross-map play, the True Shot Brush, to prevent the coming backs. But the first turret is about to fall. So as Inhibitor, Evo are looking to push even more. And relentlessly, they took out the teleport from the side of Jeff, forcing him to come back and not be able there maybe in time to get for the Elder. As here comes Low, God might be caught up here. He's running away from the rest. Evo flash forward, gets onto him. Kill found the initial gang, but here comes his teammates. They're looking to go more. Pop Blossom looking onto Eon. Now this Jarvan still dances around, tries to find more. The Conqueror's proc onto that Gwen with the needlework going there too, trying to more and more. Last Whisper going to be used for Neon, dancing around this. Yasuo is insane. Gwen is immune for the time. Not gonna find a single kick onto Loco. They brought down Nautilus and they have their eyes set upon the Elder Drake.
He was able to get a 2-man knockup onto Savonix and Savage, just 2 carries on the side of Gucci Gaming, meaning that they were going to win that team fight. And not only just win that team fight, are they able to secure this Baron?
Yes, they are! Now they have the Elder Baron! Not the Elder Baron, the Elder Buff forever! I am losing my mind over this game!
It's looking like Baron and Elder are going to be the exact same for us, but Evo has the whole entire game in their hands. Gucci Gaming needs to survive around 3 minutes against the onslaught of this Elder buff. If they take any fight, they will lose this. They were losing fights anyway, and I've Elder, there is going to be no chance they are going to win this.
For a really long time, do you have to defend the bait? Can you do that, though? That's a very big question. A lot of wave clear, though, on the side of Gucci, as they will be able to not allow a single wave of minions to come close to the Nexus turret. They should be able to hold on. But Evo are unrelenting and are forgiving. They found the pick, though, onto the deer. Burst down. They found the first kill. Eon with the... Oh, my God. Look at the text onto Savonix. Oh, my God. The execution's not going to go through. In the meantime, Loco have to flash away, but the execution by Ori with the flash forward finds the first initial shutdown, and that's a 1-for-1 trade. Nautilus had to step back. Oh my God, is this game indeed? Bobo now clearing the waves. Here comes, in the meantime, kill. Chain Goto for it. Gwen oversteps, slain by the fountain. Evo, though, they continue to push. They're looking for a fight. It's going on to Jeff now. He's going really low. Execution is real. Jarvan throws himself in the divide too. The shields are keeping alive, but not for long enough. Evo find the A's. They are still in this game. 2-1.
They aren't just in the game, they are in this series. We were talking about how it could be a 3-0 sweep. This is no 3-0 sweep. Remember, Evo did not have Ori in that last game, and you saw how crucial he was for that game, for Team Evo to come back into this game. So, it's 2-1 to the side of Gucci Gaming, and it is looking like we have a game. But I want to give you a little bit of a break, Brillman. It's seeming like you have given it your all. So we are going to give it over to our analyst decks who can talk about the rest of the game.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the game 4.
Yeah, what a banger series are we getting here? It's gonna be silver scrapes.
Oh, we hope so. We
We
hope
hope
so,
so.
right? I do want to point out one thing, right? They had Vil before, you know. Games were, you know, a bit uncharacteristic for Evo. Bring in their main ADC. The game goes past 40 minutes the moment Ori joins the game. And what a game we had. And, you know, just this last sequence of 5 minutes of the game almost made me forget everything that we've seen prior from the game. Evo rushing that Baron, getting it down in, I don't know, 5 seconds, the Baron was dead. Gucci Gaming just getting an absolute steal on the Baron earlier in the game as well. Just getting resets timer, getting a good read, taking the Baron like it was nothing. A lot of just subjective swings from both teams. Obsidian being like a deer and was a bit of roadkill a couple times, I feel like, through the game. Just
Yeah,
felt like he was somewhere on the map and got hit by a truck, and
yeah.
yeah, that was
Ori, like you said, coming in as the unkillable Demon King, didn't die at all in that game. In a game that was pretty hectic in general, um, and Bobo being menace. Haha, Gwen is immune. These two champions, Yasuo and Gwen, definitely putting a hard time to watch the people of Chi. It seems like the draft of Chi just gets counted by anything that blocks range.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, picking that Yasuo, it was a champion that's open. Obviously, Misfortune, I would like to comment on the items a bit. I think the items were a bit something we don't generally see on Misfortune, right? With the Gale Force Essence Reaver. We're very used to the lethality build. If we don't go lethality, usually we see something like a Kraken Slayer. So it was very interesting to see a build in, that Gale Force style. But obviously, picking Yasuo, I mean, picking Misfortune into Leon already, who's a very good pick who can disrupt that MF ult from a distance is already very, very hard for Misfortune to play the game. But then when you get the Yasuo wind wall on top of it, if it doesn't get baited out, Misfortune's ult is basically going to be a non-factor in the fights. And I think that was also a thing that was happening later on. It was very hard for Savage to fight those angles to actually get the ult off. Um, but yeah, other than that, I mean, what a game from Ori. Like, obviously, we saw Eon with that very nice play in the end with Yasuo just surviving where he really shouldn't have lived, just breaking ankles on the side of Gucci. So very nicely done from him. And yeah, as you said, Bobo as well, just being Gwen, I'm immune,
Yeah,
and that's kind of it. But
doing the business.
we're
In the sideline as well, definitely great rotations from Evo in this game. Their macro excelled. Maybe Ori is their secret shot caller, and that now out of nowhere they make these cool Korean movements. But bursting the dragon or the Elder down, not Elder, Baron down on the resets of Uchi, so fast, and the push in towards mid with the Baron when I think Obsidian got caught out. It was Obsidian as a dragon. But
yeah, it was on the bot right towards the end there.
yeah, definitely great team rotations coming out from Evo. You think now you're in Chi's shoes, ban out Gwen, ban out Yasuo, or is it?
I think for Chi, it might just be a bit more of a return to roots type of thing, right? We saw Jeff now, 2 times on that Gnar. The previous game even he did get those angles later on in the game, but I feel like it didn't have as much impact this game as he did the 2 games prior. And as he is known to be a tank player, I do have a feeling we might be seeing more tanky top sides this time around.
Yeah.
And I do think we might be seeing an extra ban oriented towards Ori, as he was really the main driving force of Evo in this game. Just having so much pressure with all the poke he has in his kit was just something that Gucci couldn't really deal with. Even when they got Obsidian and I think Eon, I think they got 2 kills there on the top side. They still couldn't do the Baron just because Ori was alive and he was just poking and melting their health bars.
Yeah, one slippery man, Ori, unable to be caught by the Nautilus hook, the depth charge, anything. Ori got away every single time and played such a huge role in his team here in this start of a potential reverse sweep. And the yeah the I feel like Evo found a rhythm. Ori's back, and they found a rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not just about the rhythm. Obviously, it's that you need to get the mental reset right. You lose the first 2 games, you're already kind of in a bit lower, yeah, maybe mentally not in the best state after losing 2 games, right? So especially not with a sub because you don't know if your main ADC is going to be coming back. But your main ADC comes back and you have a performance like this, especially from him. I think it's just a really big morale boost for the whole side of Evo here, which I think is just good going forward for their side in the following games. Now, a thing that Evo does struggle with, even this game, was their early game. Obviously, game 1 and 2, their early game was very messy, and again, this game, their early game wasn't the cleanest. And now going into, they managed to get to the late game, which is where I was mentioning before the actual first game started. It's kind of later game stages is usually where Evo does very good. Obviously, that didn't work with Vil as he wasn't their main starting ADC, so it's not someone they usually play with. But now that Ori's here and they got in the position they wanted to be in the game, they managed to play it out. Even with the mistakes and overextends from Bobo and Obsidian, they still managed to, clutch out the game. So I think Gucci really needs to step up their early game and how much they actually snowballed their leads to secure the title here.
And with that, we're gonna give it back to our casters since the teams are ready for draft again. So I will talk to you again, maybe with a post-game interview, maybe with another pre-game analysis. So we will talk to you guys soon.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Okay,
agree with Sanix. Silver Scrapes all the way through. Hopefully, it's a 5-game banger of a series, but now we're going to go into the 4th game. I am still channeling my inner freak because here comes the draft.
As we are going to get in the draft, like you're saying, as you could tell, Brillman is feeling himself. After that last game, this man has been messaging me about how hype he is. Even look at the way he's controlling himself now. The hype has not left it, especially for these players as well, as a big game came out from Team Evo, coming back from a 2-0 loss to make it 2-1 to themselves. So we're going to have to see if they're going to change anything or keep the same comp. The Gwen pick was very crucial to having that late game damage and the late game essential that they needed. So I'm expecting this to be banned on the side of Gucci Gaming. But I'm expecting Team Evolution to keep the bans of Trundle, Volibear, and Azir. These are the 3 strongest champions that Gucci Gaming know how to play. You take away these 3 champions, you can do a lot against them and a lot of counters. Like we did see that the Leona didn't work or didn't really do too bad into the Nautilus. So it's looking like Team Evolution is really understanding how Gucci Gaming is playing, and it's playing accordingly.
And with the coming back of Ori now, you can see how many things changed. Now, Team Evo are looking stronger than ever after 2 really shaky games. They're bouncing back with the 40-minute plus game, feeling all the power in their hands. Now they really need to try and secure a good AD carry for their AD carry.
Now,
You get the idea.
Yes, of course, of course. Now, have you ever heard about a champion? I know, it's a little bit of a spicy one, Vayne.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what happens if I told you that Ori is known for his Vayne?
I do know that. I have heard the rumors. And I feel like right now, like the 12th Doctor who's about to get on his knees in front of a little boy and just go, let me tell you a story. A story about Ori and his Vayne.
No, I believe it should go, let me tell you a story. A story about the SLE, about how Ori came in when they were 2-0 down and played his Ezreal, then his Vayne. And
when it's dawn, look to the east. I will come with the first light of the sun. As here come the Rohirrim. Apparently.
Well,
yeah, Lord of the Rings Easter eggs all over the place. Drafts are incoming.
As we do see the instant ban from Gwen. Can't blame them. Their Gwen has been such a mischievous champion for them in the last game, as Team Evolution is instantly going to be banning out the same looking champions as it is going to be the Azir and the Volibear.
Now, nothing changes. Everyone sticks with the same. Ezreal now is getting banned from Gucci Gaming. They know that they cannot afford it, but Viego was left open, immediately picked up by Team Evo.
We're going to have to see if Gucci Gaming is going to go for the Nautilus pick if they think it's that strong of a champion. We do know that Loco does like a Blitzcrank as well, but it's better into Enchanters. So if he does want that, I'm not expecting it to be a first pick. So Viego can mostly be played in the jungle as there is a Kog'Maw hover. They do pick the Kog'Maw. They do need to play and make a full team comp around it, as it is going to be locked in.
Locked in, yes. It have worked so far relatively well on the Summoner's Rift. Not forgetting also that now, as Viego is open, you have to take into consideration the possibility of those resets, right? Like, yes, Kog'Maw is going to be ahead, but Viego can reset into that. Meaning, he may brought down quite a few people with the item that he's going to be ahead with.
It's looking like they are going to go for an aggressive jungler of the Hecarim. This was played in their first or second game, I do believe. It was very strong into the Lilia, which we do know that Team Evolution doesn't mind playing. Now, Team Evolution is hovering the Nico, trying to, have a little bit more engage and damage from the side, trying to really match well to Viego, because if Nico's able to kill minimum one person, Viego's able to get that reset and go further from there.
Xayah might be hovered and might be even picked here. Yes, she will be. Nico didn't exactly work for Team Evo in the previous game, thanks to the immunity and the Zanyas that were the direct counters to the Pop Blossom. Regardless of that, though, it's not going to be the choice here. Xayah is the way to go.
I'm not expecting the Rakan to come out because Rakan isn't very strong into this meta as well. Even if it gets onto the Kog'Maw, Kog'Maw shouldn't really take too much damage afterwards. But Xayah is very strong into the Hecarim and the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw is not able to move, so Xayah is able to get feathers off and pull that back and stun him. But Braum is going to be able to counter that. But the main thing is Xayah's ultimate is able to stop Hecarim Fear, allowing her to be a lot more safe in this laning phase, allowing her support to be playing a little bit more of a roam-centric champion.
Featherstorm is one of the most important tools in keeping yourself alive, and not just keeping yourself alive, but allowing yourself to actually position yourself differently in those team fights. As with the help of the Flash, that combination can root someone in the place and provide the necessary burst damage as well. So that even, binds it up a little bit.
Now, one thing that I want to talk about is picking the Braum into the team comp of Team Evolution. It isn't just good against the Xayah, it's good against the Ornn as well. Because if Braum is able to use his shield backwards, it does stop the Ornn ultimate. I mean, the Team Evolution's engage is going to be a lot weaker than it was before. Because the only thing they have left is maybe Xayah with feathers or Ornn with his, knock up as well. And it's no Jeff. We know if Jeff was on this champion, we understand that there will be always an engage somewhere. As the second tier bans are coming out with the LeBlanc, just getting perma-banned away from Yeon. It's looking like they do not want this. And the Rakan as well.
Not exactly the strongest of the champions, but still a very good follow-up engage. Plus something that allows Xayah and Rakan to get back and recall to the base and then get back to the lane a little bit more faster and a little bit more efficient, thanks to their double recall.
Now, there's one thing I want to talk about Ornn, which I'm not sure if many people do, and I want your opinion on. So, with Ornn, you know how he usually uses an ultimate that goes through the enemies, comes to you, then you knock it back?
Exactly.
How about he uses the ultimate from his side to the enemy team so he gets a minimum knock-up onto the Braum? If he wanted to just get the Braum, that could work. But we'll have to see if that is ever going to happen. As Gucci Gamer does lock in the Aatrox into the Ornn, it was going okay for the Aatrox, but he really isn't able to do much until he gets to about 1.5, 2 items.
I was sitting there with the face of a person who starts to imagine stuff and gets wild with it in the meantime, because I was just imagining the way how you can use the word ultimate, and that blew my mind just a little bit. Thank you for that, by the way. Renata Glosk is going to be picked up for Team Evo.
Now, Renata works so well with this Viego, because remember, Viego needs to get a reset, and you give him a slight bigger window to get this reset. So even if he does get killed with the Renata Glass, he has about 3 to 4 seconds to get a reset, which is most likely enough time with the amount of damage coming out from the side of Team Evolution. And talk about damage and style, Akali has that. Yeon is known for his hype, his burst, and his exciting mid laners, and Akali is one of them.
You have been absolutely distracted by the slap, haven't you? Don't be afraid, my friend, because that was a slap of a joy, or a clap rather, because when things get serious, when mid laners, especially carry mid laners, pick up Akali, you just know that when Faker is on Akali, Cops is on Akali, not inspired, for goodness gracious, I forgot the former mid laner of Larson is on Akali, you just know that things are about to get really serious.
Well, how serious can you do when you have a Lissandra ultimate stopping you straight in place?
You will be serious, but you're going to be very still serious.
It's like, imagine somebody's on the side of the room and they're giving you a dirty look. It feels a bit like that, because there's not a lot you can do, even if you have that dirty look. You're like, okay, you're trying to be mean to me, but you can't come.
Can you?
But
Yeah, the problem is, you see, I've got this a very big bat behind me, a
yeah,
baseball bat. So if you come near to me, I'm gonna slam you and whack you with that bat.
I'm
So
gonna get
give me
home
all
run.
the dirty looks you want, but it's not gonna work.
Exactly. So if Akali goes in just on her own, Lissandra will get a big ultimate off. And after this, Kog'Maw is going to annihilate your team. So on the overall team comp so far, I do enjoy Gucci Gaming's side more because they do have the, engage from the Hecarim if needed. Same with the Brawn to follow up afterwards. But if they don't want to do that, they can just play front to back, which we know they're good at. Because if Ornn tries to engage, Brawn uses the shield to block it. If that isn't the way they want to engage, they want to go through some other means with Akali jumping in. Lissandra uses an ultimate with the Braum defending the Kog'Maw. I mean, they probably can't get on top of him, and Gucci Gaming is just going to slowly win this fight.
They do have this opportunity in their hands, especially looking at the overall setup. There's just so much tools, even on top of what you have listed, right? Because there's also the big, how do you call these? I'm trying to fish for a way to explain this. The Lissandra's passive that gonna blow up basically the corpse of a person who's running towards you, right? And then there's Walls Ender that are just going to keep that Atrix alive, and et cetera, and et cetera. There's so many things. But what actually gets me in a little bit of a nudge here is that I don't see a lot of damage on the side of Gucci. Yes, I do see the Kog'Maw. Yes, I do see the Atrix, who is really fairly underestimated in terms of the damage. But outside of that, there is not really a lot of things.
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. The only thing that the side of Team Evo has going for them is if they go for a little bit of a scrappy, hard fight and they get Viego a kill. Viego is a champion where if he gets a kill, he can take over the full fight. Even if it's looking like they aren't winning, one kill next. Next thing you know, Team Evolution has got a pentakill on the side of the Viego. So we're going to have to see if that is going to have a big factor in this game. But overall, looking at these team comps so far, if we take a look quickly at this bot lane matchup, as we keep talking about so much in this series, is Desire with the Renata Glass. They're going to have more pressure in this bot lane, so they should have a lot more prio, allowing their jungle of Viego to really kind of like go for whatever he wants. And if Viego's able to do whatever he wants, that is one scary man to go against.
That's the first thing. And the second thing, I'm actually looking at what Team Evo have right now. We have been talking, and you were making a fantastic point about Gucci able to play the back and forth, right? But the thing is, if you look at Team Evo's kit, there is also quite a variety of ways how you can either start a team fight or actually disengage from it. As hostile takeover is the best disengaging tool in the game. I'm gonna emphasize that with a little cough.
No, I can completely understand with the little cough there. Now, with the takeover, if an Glass is able to hit that on the Kog'Maw, remember we keep saying about how much damage this Kog'Maw deals.
Exactly.
With Renata, he can deal damage to his own team. So if Renata's able to get a big ult onto the Kog'Maw, having the Viego jumping in as well, Xayah on ultimate on top, Akali as well, there is going to be one dead Kog'Maw. And then if Viego gets Kog'Maw as well, they're able to keep him safe and get annihilated in these late game team fights. Team Evolution definitely has a way to win these fights.
This is exactly what I was thinking just a second ago. You're basically just taking the thoughts out of my head and speaking them with your mouth, because just imagine for a second, if there's hostile takeover, Kog'Maw starts to shoot everyone on the place. Burst down comes in, they bring down Kog'Maw, and Viego comes in and goes, I'm sorry, I'm gonna yoink this from you, thank you very much, and I'm about to get going, I'm about to whack the entirety of your team, because I'm a Kog'Maw who's really, really powerful. So you don't have to deal with Kog'Maw just once, you have to deal with him twice.
Now, that is something that you do not want to go against at all. We have around about a couple minutes left until we are going to get into game. It is going to be Team Evolution versus Gucci Gaming. Gucci Gaming is one win away from winning the SLE. Evolution did win the last game, and they do also have Ori in, their AD carry, which was only in for the last game. So if you're in the Team Evolution's boot camp, I would really feel good about myself. What about you?
Oh, actually, yes. I would feel like I am...
How do you feel? Go on, take your time.
It's like feeling that right now you are getting ready for the biggest fight of your life, and you're standing on the top of Minas Tirith, looking down at the Pelennor fields, hearing the thunderstorm rumbling from the Mount of Doom as you hear the screech of a Nazgul and Minas Morgul opening its gates, and the army marches upon your gates. You have to stand up and fight, and now you're completely ready for it.
Okay, so for everybody else that doesn't understand exactly what he said, basically, big mountain, scary. Filman, is that correct?
What's that? Is that? But wait a second. Is that like a simple way to describe Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
So wait, with that kind of logic, so what do we go for? We go James Bond, bulky guy with a gun goes pew pew.
Yes, and dates woman and rejects woman, gets new woman next movie.
Star Wars.
Okay, no, you got that a bit wrong. There's a planet. Guy is like, huh? You're a Jedi, right? Yeah. You're bad side. Okay. Bad side, good side. Oh no, the world's gonna end. Over. Don't you agree?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was probably the best way of explaining the pop culture that you will find around. Now you are pretty much.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
It's not just you're welcome. It's like now everyone's life has been fulfilled, but there are 10 lives that I know that are not fulfilled to its fullest, which is the 5 members of Team Evolution and the 5 members of Team Good Chi Gaming. I wanted to say Good Gucci. Good Gucci. It's like the Gucci family film, like Good Gucci.
Okay, now there's
The
quickly
puns are too bad.
something. My apologies, Brilman. There, it's like I do want to talk to everybody about, because we do have a little bit of a raffle giveaway to go. So basically, how the raffle does work is for 1 ticket, you just have to follow. So if you do follow the SLE channel, you're going to have 1 ticket. And if you are able to subscribe with Twitch Prime or any way you would like to, you will have 5 tickets. Now, you wonder, why would you want to have tickets at all? There is a 1350 RP giveaway for a skin of your choice. The beautiful man of Dreadpool is the one to be sorting it out. So if you do want to get involved, please give a follow. Please give a subscribe if possible. Because remember, SLE isn't just this season. It is so many seasons overall. Brillman has been here since the start. He went away. He became a professional caster, and I am new here. It gives opportunities to so many people. You know what? This is a whole community, and this is really what we do it for. So, except talking about that, Brillman, I think we can get into game.
I think we can, and for the 4th time in this evening, I do welcome you to the Summoners Ripped delightfully, as coming back to the SLE despite the professional casting is always a fantastic experience. And just before things are about to go south on the Rift, very quickly, I just would like to say thank you to the production, to the analyst desk, to you, Zaf, for being here with me for those 4 games, and maybe even all the way to the game 5. And Seiji, homie, you are amazing. Now, Gucci against Evolution. Let's see, where is this going?
Brillman, I wouldn't change anything than the place I am now. So it is looking like Evo and Gucci Gaming are starting in the top side, roaming toward this bot lane. We keep talking about how strong and how important this bot lane is, and it's looking like these junglers are understanding. We might be seeing a 6-camp clear coming out from both junglers, as we do want Obsidian to get around this level 6 bug, as he does need to scale up harder than this Hecarim. Hecarim with the Ghost is able to get a lot more ganks off, so I'm expecting Gucci Gaming to be going a lot harder in this early game.
Now let's see whether anybody is going to try actually to pull the trigger on to the bot lane first. We know that both of these combinations, both of these duos have been very explosive. They trade a lot. They want to kill each other. They don't want to give any advantages on the lane either. So I'm very eager to see how this is going to play out, especially with the help of the junglers.
Remember, Ori and Kill do have priority in this lane. This is the importance of having range versus melee matchup. You have 1 range, 1 melee versus 2 range of cores. That is going to happen as there is a
Mid lane. Yes, Yeon might be the one to knocked up in the air, but the damage is actually not enough with the glacial will not connect.
Now, there's two reasons that did not kill. One is Savonix is running the Aftershock, meaning that nothing is really going to be coming off that because he just doesn't have enough damage. And secondly, on top of that, he went Teleport instead of Ignite. He's really going for a safe lane instead of dealing damage.
Now trading still comes in back and forth. Hecarim did lose a little bit of a time, so now he's going to go and take the blue buff first. Viego, though, looking for a way to go into the game, maybe onto Lissandra. Lissandra has her flash up and running. Obsidian is just going to walk up here, and the frozen path will deliver her into safety almost underneath her tower. And by the looks of it, Obsidian now looking to take control over the Scuttle Crab.
But because he wasted so much time in that mid lane, Hecarim may be able to get them in time for this.
Oh, Kug'Mao Savage flashes away even too. And even use the Sahil to get away. Obsidian might be looking actually for a gank here.
He might just be hovering to make sure that Logog is not looking. And it is looking like Obsidian has not wanted to look for the counter gank, as Logog did not even go for it. It's looking like Obsidian is going to be taking his scuttle and maybe going for a full clear yet again before even reset. This is the power of the Viego when he gets to late game. He's just trying to get as much of a lead as possible, as he only has around about a 5 CS lead right now.
Kill just continues to pressure everyone on the lane. Neither Loco or Savage are feeling comfortable because they're constantly under the pressure of the... I don't remember her nickname, to be honest.
Renata or
Renata.
Glask? What do you mean by nickname?
Well, every single champion in the game has some kind of a second name, right? And I cannot remember what's the nickname for Renata.
No, I genuinely believe it's Renata.
Yeah, might be the case, as Ori actually might have misstepped here a little bit. The exhaust is going to be used and the cleanse too, but the root, it will be found eventually. Going on to Loco. Loco will have his flash forced away. Evo's bot lane continued to find insane angles.
And this is the power of having your main AD carry with you here. This team would not be the same without him, as there is a pullback in the top lane with huge damage going on to the side of Bobo, meaning that Gucci Game is going to have pressure in this top lane. Dragon has spawned. It will be this mountain, so we're going to have to see if either player wants to go for it. It's looking like both are pathing towards it.
They need to have the priority first. They need to find that priority. Both of the laners are gonna, both of the bot lane duels are gonna reset now. So they can't really go for this priority just yet. So it means neither of the junglers can really try and take it down. So you need just a little bit of that time before you would able to go and try to take down the dragon.
Now it is looking like Logog is just hunting for this mid lane. This is one thing you will see a lot on the side of Gucci Gaming, is this mid lane fight.
Hold that thought. Neon might be a little bit of trouble. Doesn't find the initial knockup from that Hecarim. And here comes a little bit of reinforcements on the side. Ooh, perfect execution going on to Sovereigns. Sovereigns, rather. Sovereigns? Asterix? Obelisk? No, not exactly. Sovelix? It's like, it's a part of these very old movies. But Sovelix is going to be in the safety thanks to the Frozen Path.
Yes, meaning that nobody is going to die, but the shroud from Yeon kept him just safe, because if Logog is not able to see you on this Hecarim, he's not able to dash you back. They do spot him in his jungle.
Yes, they do. They're looking for him. He's going to steal away the Groms, but here comes Savage. Here comes Braum 2. The passive now onto Kill. Kill takes quite a bit of damage. He's going to be stun locked up. Here comes the Frozen 1-2, and they found the initial first blood. Now the Frozen 2 is going to be used as well. Yeon's still there, fishing for something, but he doesn't have his perfect execution. We're still having a little bit of a fight here. Hecarim is on the chase onto that Akali, tries to fish for more. Doesn't find it. The stun is going to go wide because of the Hecarim, but they will find the kill. It's 1-for-1 trade, but can they find more? Obsidian was looking to speed himself up and gallop his way towards that AD carry, but they will not find the strange void creature.
They don't just secure the kill, they are able to secure the dragon as well, as the Ornhorn does come out.
And now they're... What?
Yeah, we just witnessed that. It's looking like Jeff, even if he isn't on the tank, is able to win this top lane matchup, as he was just able to kill Bobo before the Ornhorn was coming out. He was trying to, you know, be a little bit fancy, maybe kill him with the Ignite just ticking off from the Bobo, because he has unleashed Spellbook. So now the TP has come back out from him, as he does come to the top side.
That was Genuinely unexpected. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little bit way too quick. And now, thanks to that, 600 gold is in the pocket of Gucci. This is their lead. But remember, we have seen Evo to crumble back from even worse situations than that. So that lead, for the time being, is not that all that matters.
Also, on top of it here, Sovonix is a little bit out of position.
And they're looking for maybe to go on to him. Some of the trading, some of the damage. Hecarim is now slowly making his way here. Yeon is going to spam him away. In the meantime, Loco and Savage are walking up here too. Spectral Maw is not going to find even a single target, but they will give away the fact that Viego is here. Now Ori's looking to step up there. He got the red ward there, the control wards, to try and poke a little bit. That's exactly what Ori does. Both of the teams are going to disengage.
Now, as both the teams do disengage, this does have a little bit of a win for Gucci Gaming. We did see Yeon look towards this bot side, which probably shouldn't matter that much, but is able to grab a Scuttle Crab from the side of the Hecarim, meaning that he will have a little bit of a CS lead on the top of Obsidian. And Obsidian needs to get the CS lead, otherwise Hecarim will be stronger than him for the first 2 items of the game, which is going to be around about 20 minutes.
And now, looking at the state of the map, both teams are not really looking to pull the trigger onto anything. The Herald, though, is up and running. There's priority on the mid lane for the side of Team Evo, so they might be interested in go ahead and trying to take the Herald. Judged by the pings, looks like they do. Kill even decides to roam a little bit to the mid lane too, but he doesn't have his hostile takeover, so that makes it just a little bit more harder to pull off.
But I do like what Kill is doing here. They understand how strong this Swift Herald is if they're going to get it. Because if they get to late game with these team fights, it's going to be hard for them to be able to kill this Kog'Maw. So they need to try and get themselves a lead early on. And this is what the Rift Herald was put into the game for. To get yourself a lead early on. But Kill only went up to get some farm and to make sure that he could, support Obsidian if they wanted to get any control over the river.
But here comes Loco too. He is ready to provide the necessary support as well. The problem is that Loco is level 6. He has the Glassshell Fissure. He can try to set up a team fight. Renata is still walking around. She's still not able to find anything here. And now she will be spotted out. And the XP is just not enough from these wars to get the hostile linker. But they're going on to him. They're going to lock him up just for the time being. Yeon might be fishing here for more. But it's a 3 against 3. And there is experience difference to the side of Gucci.
Kill must be so close to having this, as Rift Herald has been started, but Obsidian is just on his own, meaning that Gucci Gaming is going to have a little bit.
Yeon did not play it correctly. Now gets it with the perfect execution, but he's going to be locked up regardless. He will stay alive just for a little bit of the time being the perfect execution, just to style his way away from kill. That's the kill. In the meantime, Ori goes for the solo bullet, didn't find it onto Kog'Maw.
Now the flash from Kog'Maw kept him to safety. Ori tried to go for the flash E, meaning that the feathers were going to get pulled into the Kog'Maw, just killing him in time. But this may not be it. There may be another fight as Evo is hovering around the pit.
Can they go anywhere here? It's a 4 against 3. Yeon is not here. He's only now teleporting. Here comes the call of the Forge God. They're looking for something at least. They found the first one. They're knocking everyone around. Here comes the pit. They're trying to steal it. I think they got it. But everyone is now fighting just all around the place. Bobo takes some damage. Kill just flashes over the wall. The hostile takeover has been already used. They've got the first kill and they've got the resets if they want to use it. But there's no one to reset just yet. Bobo runs away for his life, but he will not be able to, as his spirit is just gonna walk after Yeon, trying to get some damage done too. And the Herald went over to Logog.
Now Logog has secured it for the side of Gucci Gaming. They're already 2k gold ahead. If they use that and are able to grab a full tower from it, they can balloon this up to around about 4 or 5k gold, which is not bad at all. And while all of this is happening, we do also see that Gucci Gaming's bot lane is winning, with the Kog'Maw already getting his first item in 12 minutes.
An immortal shield bow, that one is. But can I actually slow down it here for a second? I've managed to find it up. It's Cam Baroness. Renata Glosk's nickname. It's Cam Baroness.
Wait, do people say that?
Sometimes.
I've never heard anyone say that. You're the
Here's-
first person, genuinely.
You know, there's always a first time for everything.
Everything.
You know?
I do
Yeah,
agree
so
with that. But
so
this
that
isn't
works.
the first time for this dragon to be started up, as we do have the mountain soul. Not sorry, the red.
The
Fire.
Infernal Dragon being
There we
taken
go.
down by Gucci. I got you, mate. Don't worry.
Thank you. We're saving each other today. It's feeling like both of us are starting to feel a little bit tired after such a long series. But that is good for the side of Gucci Gaming finally starting up their Drake total. As they do still have their jungle around the bot side, may be able to push out this bot lane.
Nothing happens though just yet, as both of the teams are looking to go into a little bit of a stalemate. Also, fun fact, 2,000 gold is the lead for Team Gucci. Jeff might be looking for an extended trade here, but the unstoppability of Bobo is going to help him to stay alive for the time being. I think there's also going to be a Herald collapse, and Evo are looking to try and prevent everyone from doing so. That's a lot of gold distributed. Also, take over, find so much people. And now Akali's in the fray, but she's going to be slain so fast. Obsidian is now left alone, locked up too. He's going to be kept alive for the time being. But Gucci are just not forgiving a single mistake Evolution are doing in this game.
The problem is it hit onto the people that just don't deal damage yet. We talked about the Kog'Maw. He may have one item, but he went for a supportive item there. And remember, he's going into a tank Braum, meaning the Braum wasn't even taking too much damage as Kog'Maw has not hit his item spike yet. So it was looking so good from the side of Evo. But Yeon and Obsidian weren't able to get a kill, meaning Obsidian wasn't able to get a takeover, meaning they just weren't able to win the fight.
And with that, it puts Gucci even in a more favorable position. Now, all eyes are set upon Ori. He has to step up in those team fight. He has to find a way to make and force the team to live through the moment when Akali is going to be viable, when Ornn is going to be viable, when Viego is going to be viable as well.
Well, we will just have to see if they are able to come back from this. We have seen Evo in a worse position, but remember they had the late game scaling. This is the reason they won the last game. And I can't say that they have a considerable win in the late game. So it's going to be hard for Evo to bring this back, but it is possible.
The W can be brought. You just only have to believe. Some people do tend to say that. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe it is true for Evo. 2 minutes and 20 seconds is on the clock before the Cloud Drake is going to appear on the map. We do have the Cloud Soul, beneficial for everyone on the map, both teams. Frozen Tomb is fun for Savonix if he uses on someone else. Onslaught of the Shadows, so much fun. Savage, you're gonna have so much fun with that Soul too. Aatrix, Xayah, Viego, and Akali, everyone is gonna feel so happy to lay their hands onto the Soul.
Well, we do only have one apiece for the Soul so far, so it's going to be a long time before we get there. But we are only 60 minutes into the game, so there is plenty more of League of Legends to play. There's plenty more that these two teams can do. So it is looking like Gucci Gaming is looking for this bot lane tower.
They might be. The Frozen Path is going to be used. The root is going to come down too. The Glacial Fisher will knock up that ninja in the air, but she's still alive with the perfect execution. Managed to outplay, and here comes reinforcements. They're looking for a knock-up teleport. In the meantime, it's taking Jeff is here. Bowler is now looking to go onto Loco. There's a lot of fighting happening here and there. One Thunder is going to be proc. In the meantime, Hecarim throws himself back into the fight. Hostile Takeover is going to find two. On top of the Shadow finds two as well. Kill flashes away, tries to stay alive for as long as he can. Xayah flashes away from the fight too. Viego runs away, but Jeff with the flash forward finds the Chemtag Baroness. As here comes the Kog'Maw 2 with the knock up onto Loco. They found the kill and they found the resets too. Leon is now taken down. Ori manages to pin him point down, but the resets are not alive. Good Chi Gaming found the ace underneath the Evolution's tower.
That was a 5-4-2 team fight to the side of Team Evolution. They are going to be able to pick up this bottom tower as well, meaning that the gold is going to be ballooning up to around about 5k, almost 6k gold lead, as we do see everybody reset, as there is going to be a dragon in the next 20 to 30 seconds. But nobody's on the side of Team Evolution is going to even be there in time. They do realize this and are going to go for the Rift Herald instead of the dragon.
Now looking for more. Actually, they're looking to have their eyes set upon the Heralds. Yes, we're not going to take the dragon, but it's only the second dragon. It's not even actually a soul point, so you may just as well drop that. Try to get yourself the bounty from the Heralds. Try to get something more with another bounty. By taking down the turret on the top lane, therefore getting yourself forward. Or you might be actually caught in here with the flash forward. The Frozen Tomb is going to go there too. The Everfrost, everything thrown to bring down the promised AD carry, and they will take him down. The Heralds in the meantime have been picked out by Evo, but they might be punished by Gucci.
We do have to see Gucci is in the place to do this, but no, nothing is going to come off that. But with Ori in that position, he's meant to be the player to bring this all for his team, but he's 1-3. It's not looking like this is his game. So they really
Top lane, Bobo might be in a little bit of a trouble finding the initial knockup, but no, that is a false alert.
Yes, but this game is all Gucci gaming. They are the players that need to really make a mistake for them to lose this game. They do have the Korkmore 5-1. When he resets here, I'm expecting him to get his second item, as just everybody on the side of Gucci is just ahead of the enemy laners.
I don't even know what is the difference in between gold, but I don't feel like even finding this out. Well, thank you, production. Despite of that, look at this. The gold, the Forge God is going to be some of the world's end going to be proc too. Bobo is not going to be taken down just yet. The world's ender is still alive, and he's looking for more. Here comes the teleport. Savonix is here. The Frozen Path is going to catch up with him, and they will bring down the Smith himself. 2 more kills to the side of Gucci Gaming.
They are just not able to find anything onto Jeff in these games. They have tried to look for this top lane so much in these games.
Will be in trouble again. He's going to be stunned. He's going to be stunned with the passive too. He is already down looking for a reset thanks to Renata, but not finding one to call it. Is now stuck there with the perfect execution trying to go for Kog'Maw, but it is just not enough with the Herald of Immortal Shield Bow. Gucci Gaming are taking everything, and they are sweeping Evolution out of the Summoner's Rift.
Yeon against the world, and I guess the world has won. It's been 20 minutes and Baron has finally spawned. We already have a 10k gold lead on the side of Gucci Gaming. All they need to do is reset, and it's looking like Dawn.
Loco might be actually walking a little bit of a trouble. Savonix here is to keep his teammate in a bit of a better position for the time being. Bobo also was running away from the Centaur because Centaur is scary. I understand that. He's 419.
So we're going to have to see if Team Evolution is able to bring its weight back. The only thing they have going for them is this Rift Herald, but it's not even able to grab a tower. Is it even able to grab a hit? It does look like it, but Baron has been spawned, so we're going to have to see if Gucci Gaming is going to look for that. If Gucci grabs this, they should be able to crack open the base of Team Evo.
Not blood, but bot lane turret. Blood lane turret. Blood lane turret is exactly the turret that Team Evolution are now looking forward to try to pick up. It is almost brought down, but look at this. Gucci Gaming already answering. They know that Neon wants to pick up the bounty. In the meantime, Obsidian might be actually in trouble. The Q is going to connect, and the Centaurus is here with the onslaught of the shadows over the wall. You will not run away, you ruined king. And now Ninja tries to go into the shadows. She's trying to keep herself alive, throws himself onto the Aatrox, but the world's ender is just their perfect execution with the perfect way out.
And definitely, Brillman, you know a way to hype up the game, as Ori has been trying to get as much CS in this mid lane, but just keeps getting caught out yet again. He's not the only single player on his team, as almost everybody on his team has died 4 times. As one player is going to be down on the side of Evo, they have started up this Baron on the side of Gucci.
And it doesn't really seem like Eva are able to do anything about that, but they will try. Bobo is going to arrive on the temple. Viego is now coming from the base. Kill is going to be popped into Jeff. A flashes away because he knows otherwise he's going to be dead. The call of the Forge God is going to be summoned, and they're trying to find more, but the root is there on to that Orn. You will not do anything. Saya popping off, trying to find as many targets as she can. Lolgog is now dominating because Renata Glass died all the way, miles away from that fight. Double kill for the Centaur. He's looking to run. He's looking to take more on this prey. Jep with the flang, finding one and going on to him. Yeon and Ori are running away for their lives because Good Chi are looking to get everything on the map. They're looking for Xia Onslaught. The shadow is going to be used too, and they will find the kill with a simple auto attack. Ace for Gucci Gaming. Kog'Maw is dead.
Yes, you are correct. Kog'Maw is dead. So is the second tier tower on the side of Evo Gaming and almost their base. The base is only just intact. Gucci Gaming are trying to be nice and saying you can have your base for about 5 minutes longer until we are going to destroy it. We do see the dragon has been up for about a minute now, but because of all the fights that have been happening, nobody is able to secure it, but it's looking like it will go to the side of Gucci Gaming unless Obsidian is able to steal it.
And now they're looking to get themselves to the soul point. The Cloud Drake is going to be started up, but interestingly enough, Evo know that they will not be able to contest it. 424, 10,000 is the difference between the gold, not in the gold between the teams. I am messing things up here already because Evo, they have to step up. They have to find a way how to get back from that deficit because otherwise they're out of the competition. They're not the champions.
Now, remember, Gucci Gaming, all they have to do is finish off this game to be the champions of SLE. They have worked so hard to be here. They have had to fight so hard to beat Team Evo. Remember, Team Evo did win against them in the last series, putting them down into the lower bracket finals. They were able to take out Vitagen, the people who were meant to win this whole entire series. But no, it's all up to Evo if they want to try and stop this.
Now going on to kill, the knock up in the air, the Prom's passive will claim the kill too, the teleport will be used, and now the world's ender, the Darken himself, is here. Evo are left helplessly looking as the monster of the rift is about to fall and grant a buff to Gucci Gaming.
As it is looking like they are able to secure it. We are expecting them to try and push out these waves and get these inhibitors. That's the way to win a game. But this is not the way they want to win a game, as they are looking for another kill. They are trying to win this game and prove that they are the best team in SLE. Not the normal way of playing the safe and methodical way. They want to beat you by outplaying you.
And look at the bot lane too. In the meantime, Viego and Ricardo are trying to push, but the base is about to crumble. You have to step up. You have to get back. Bounties no longer matter because the base is now cracked open and the enemy is now inside. They're looking for more, taking down the inhibitor too. Now the mid lane is completely up, broken, and naked in a certain way even too. If you want, top lane is now going to be the next target.
Now, there's one thing that is good from the side of Evo is because they pushed out this bot lane. Take a look how long this wave will take to get back to their tower. So this means that through this whole entire Baron push, they won't really have any time in this bot lane, meaning that they only have to stay safe in one lane. And this is this top lane. This is the place that they have to defend. Bobo is so tanky, but against these players, you just can't do anything.
No, he can't do anything. That's the immediate pop up. Gucci are looking for more. Viego still in the side lanes, but the top lane is now cracked open, and I think that Gucci are smelling blood. They're going to take down the top lane inhibitor, and now they are ready to push even further. Ori is going to be caught up, but the Trillias will help him to get away. Frozen Path is going to be used too. And now we are looking at Gucci pushing in the mid lane too, and the resets are incoming because it is the time to finish what we started. It is the time to go to the bot lane.
Now, remember we said that they aren't able to get to the bot lane yet, but you slowly see that the wave is pushing with them. There's one mechanic that happens in League which you do not know too much about, and that is if you have more towers than the enemy team, your actual minions get a little bit more damage, meaning that they will always push into the enemy team. There's a little fun fact for you. Their Baron is going to run out, meaning that they won't have it by the time they get to the first tower. But it doesn't matter if you don't have the first tower when you almost have a 20k gold lead. Well, sorry, 10k.
10k, yeah, it's about 12k that we have right now. I believe that was the number that you wanted to say, Azath, but it doesn't really matter because it's a drastic lead regardless, and it's a drastic disadvantage for Evo, regardless if it's 20 or 12, because now the bot lane is about to get pushed. The Baron buff is still there, but it's slowly wearing off. The problem is Evo's base is almost non-existent. There's only one last turret before you go to the Nexus ones.
Well, we will have to see if they're able to get this one last turret. Remember, Akali is not here. Akali's trying to clear as many waves as possible. This isn't what her strong suit is, as all the Barons are in there almost able to grab it.
They are. The Call of the Arch God is now going to be summoned, but it's going to be stopped with the Bronze Shield. Exactly what you have been talking about. And now the last turret falls as the Baron buff wears off too. The inhibitor is no more as well, and Gucci Gaming are now the masters of Evolution's base. And now there's nowhere to run. With their backs against the wall, Evolution need to find a way how to stop the push. The super minions are pouring in. More and more and more and more are coming from mid, from bot, from top, not regarding the 5 members of Gucci Gaming that are here and ready to bring the fight. And now they're speeding themselves up. Now Savonix into the fight, goes here, Hostile takes over, doesn't really find a lot, shot down onto that Lissandra, but Jeff brings so much damage down to the table. Kill tries to find more, they found the Atrix. Evo are able to defend the base, Nexus turrets are falling, but Evo are still in the game.
They may be able to defend the base, does not mean that they are able to defend this dragon. So it is going to be the soul over to the side of Gucci Gaming. We do get a pause coming out, probably just trying to, get off the sweat as we do try and figure out what is happening here. But Brillman, so far, it's still in Gucci Gaming's court. They have 3 waves going into the enemy base. Baron spawning in 1 minute 50. If they just want to play safe, wait for this 1 minute 50 to finish, grab a Baron, then get any inhibitors when they respawn. They can have a simple, easy line to victory.
They will have that soul. With the soul in their hands, they're going to be much more powerful. We have been talking about how this Cloud Soul is just immensely important for that team. And then grabbing also the Baron buff, thank you very much. I'm brain lagging at this point, it's fine. But having even the Baron buff, they will be unstoppable. But what we've seen here from Evo, the problem is what we have seen is that Evo are able to defend. Yes, they've lost themselves a one turret, that is true, but the other one is still standing.
Yes, as we have just got into game, it does have a little bit of a lag. Don't worry about it, Rengo. It will sort itself out in just a second. League of Legends, what a great indie company. But no, talking about the game so far, we should expect this dragon to go over to Gucci Gaming. Then what's going to happen after this is they should be looking for the Baron when it comes up in about 1 minute 50 and look for the end afterwards.
Also reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, the finals are going, and so is the subscriber raffle is live for 10 minutes. So do not forget to participate in the skin giveaway.
Yes, the way that you participate is really easy. All you have to do is follow for 1 ticket. Just follow the SLE. Now, 2, if you want to get a bit more spicy, you could use a Twitch Prime, which is free if you have Prime Gaming, or instead you can use some little bit of money yourself and give it over to us and, subscribe to the channel. Now, where does the money go? The money goes back to everybody who, really produced all of this. So all of the great people have helped make this thing come true. But I need to stop talking because Gucci Gaming is almost about to be crowned champions.
And now they're looking to maybe commit into the last push that we have been talking about. The 10,000 gold lead is in their hands. There is also the Cloud Soul in their hands too. And it looks like they're ready to push in. They have forced Evo to their base. You cannot go out from your castle. You have to defend it. But I think they're looking for a trap.
They will be looking for a trap. The reason they are going to look for a trap here is there is zero vision from the side of Evo. If they walk anywhere, they have no idea what they're walking into. So they have two options. One, try and defend the base and leave the Baron. Or two, try for a fight and contest this Baron. It is looking like they do just want to try and defend this base and go for a final last push when they try and go for the end.
The Baron is about to appear in just the 15 seconds, and you can feel and hear the countdown coming to the Team Evolution. They have to make the last stand, and now yet again the biggest and the scariest monster of the Summoner's Rift outside of Gucci Gaming is about to spawn and grant its buff to the biggest monster in the Rift, which is the Gucci Gaming.
Yes, we have 3k until it goes down. Look, 1k, and it is down with one smite from Logo. Will secure it. Now they are going to run their way, barrel their way down the mid lane. This should be the last fight of the game. Evo Gaming needs to pull a miracle to get themselves into the game, to get themselves to win this game.
Will that miracle present itself, Evo? It is the time to step up as the mid inhibitor is about to fall. It will not be able to sustain the damage, and the Grey March is now coming to the doorstep of Team Evo, finding kills. Shirelles will be used, but the knockup is still there. Brom's shield is going to stop the Golden Forge. Got 4-man knockup. The hostile takeover will be there, but will take over your lives. Once upon a time, there was a name, and that team's name was Gucci Gaming.
Gucci Gaming is your SLE winners. Now, they have come so far from the start. They were not meant to be winning this. Team Evo put them down into loser's bracket, but they came back with a fight. They came back with a vengeance, and they took them down 3-1.
What a fantastic 4-game series. And what a way to end SLE Season 2. That was absolutely amazing. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe it is pretty much fair to say, as we are already about to pull off our ties and bring down our jackets, it is about...
Brillman, I'm doing it now. I can't wait. Come on, take it off, man. You and me have done an incredible job to cast this game. I want to say thank you so much for coming along. Brillman has come so far, but you know, the SLE as a whole, we want to say thank you for letting us do this for you, because this isn't just a pleasure for us. I hope it's been a pleasure for you too. Now, Brillman, is there anything you want to say after we head over to the analyst desk?
Thank you very much, SLE, for having me back yet again. It is very good to come back home. And with that being said, thank you very much to the players for the amazing Season 2. Thank you very much to everyone behind the scenes who have been working. Rengo, Sanix, the production team, Seiji, and all away. Also, a lot of love to Dreadpool.
Yes, now that is a dude I want to talk about. This is quickly just me talking about somebody who has helped me so much and has helped this whole thing become really more professional than before I got here, compared to now. The professional, the professional
level.
Yeah, the professional level has gone up so much because of that one-man Dreadpool. So if there is a player or a person you want to say thank you to, he is the person. He's the brain behind the SLE. So, except for that, we both say thank you yet again, and we will give you guys over to the analyst desk.
Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you so much for the cast. Brillman, Zetos, I think this was the best cast we ever saw. But this dynamic duo...
Honestly, amazing job, guys. Also, I'm gonna post like their contacts and whatever in announcements after the stream's over. Obviously, Brillman is a guy that cast SLE last season, works Ultra League, and now does podcasts with Zanzara as well. So stuff you should all really check out. Really good content. And Zatos, on the other hand, as well, streams on Twitch, casts in other leagues, and cast Trackmania as well. Really nice jobs from him as well. So I'll post both of their links and contacts of their stuff in announcement after the stream, so everyone should check them out.
2 years.
100%.
I gave them 2 years, and they're in LEC, maybe Worlds.
Yeah.
upcoming
Anyways,
talents.
on the topic of the games, the casters are only that good, but Gucci Gaming, they're on another
Congratulations.
level.
Just before we start with the interview,
Oh man, it's hot.
Split 3 coming up later down. More details will be sent in. If you enjoyed this and think you want to participate yourself, you fit it within the rules. The range of platinum to low dia, some golds. Everyone is welcome around gold to low dia level. Sign up, join our Discord. We have a new split coming in, and maybe you will be the team that is passed these two gods. And with that, yeah, let's go to the game, and I will slowly start setting up a post-game interview.
Yeah, so obviously the game, right? Big contrast to the other games we've seen so far. All the other games were very slow paced, pretty close games up until a major throw. Even though this game, early game on bot lane from the side of Evo, we saw Ori and Kill have really really oppressive pressure, getting the flash and heal from Kog'Maw, getting the flash from Braum, but that wasn't really translated into anything, and the pressure just kind of started evaporating away, and Evo all of a sudden found themselves on the back foot. They started losing gold, and at that point, Gucci Gaming just kind of started rolling over Evo, and it was misstep after misstep after misstep that just led in a bigger and bigger gold lead for the side of Gucci.
Yeah, sure. The side of Evo was sloppy in this game. They were not as we saw playing how they played game 3. We all thought this was a comeback moment, right? Where now that Ori is back, Evo got their backbone, but a sloppy early game, and she just completely abusing this. She just abusing this to their best. And
Yeah.
I think over champions, the only thing that might be possible is their Kali blind, which I think has some question marks to it. Outside of that,
I mean, it was also the Ornn Aatrox matchup, which we've seen in the series already tonight. Obviously, the last time we saw it, it was much less Aatrox favored. It was much more even. And that time it was actually Team Evo playing the Aatrox. So it's interesting to see the difference in playstyles from the two top laners, and how much more aggressive the Aatrox on the side of Jeff was in this game 4.
yeah, and with that, I'm gonna make sure that we have a little MVP vote going on. So everyone, please vote for your MVP of this series. And with that, I'm gonna start pulling in our boys from Chi, because the entire squad, of course, wanted to come. They promised they will be civil, so we shouldn't expect too much noise. But
Good finalist, you mean?
let's see what they have to say. Congratulations, all of you. How does it feel?
Thank you.
Thank
Thank-
you.
Thank you, thank you.
It feels
Oh.
great, man.
Thanks, Rango.
Yes.
Did someone left?
Yeah,
I
bro.
think,
Someone left. I guess he didn't want to be.
Maybe
he didn't want to
he
be
got
exposed.
shy. He got shy.
It's,
Yeah. How did you guys experience this series? Because it looked like it was going to be a 3-0, quick 3-0. And it looked like there was a potential for a reverse sweep with Return of the King, with Ori's return. And then
Mm.
you guys just dominated the last game.
No, I
think
can
last
take this.
game- Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So going into series, we were trying to downplay our optimism because scrims were going excellent. We hadn't lost a scrim in like, I don't know, 11 games, and yeah, we were going in very confidently. We prepped the drafts. We won't give any excuses about our gameplay because we were prepared to maximum, I would say. So during the series, we were actually very calm. They outscaled us in game 3, but overall, we were not worried.
When incident.
When
It's in there.
When incident.
So,
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go.
No, it's up to you.
No.
I
you.
already did the
Oh my
first one.
God.
No, but I
I'm-
forgot what I wanted to ask.
Oh, okay, because I did as well. So, the plan, you prepared, right? You prepared for this. Was there like a set plan? Can you give us any idea what did you have behind this anti-evil
well-
plan?
Well, actually, I want to add something. I think one of us, I can't remember who, put in the chat, is there a chance they don't ban as like obviously there was the unfortunate thing where they lost a few bans, but they decided to leave my special bird open. I remember someone going like, because we hadn't prepared it because we were just under the assumption it's just not gonna allow to be played. Someone's like, is there a champion they pick you'd be scared to just pick as yeah? I just remember thinking I was like, nah, I think I was like so confident. I was like, I think if I get this champion, then we just win the game. So I mean, that
You
was
got
fun.
it. And
That
you
was
pentakilled.
rough.
I know I got a pentakill. Can you imagine?
How
Like
does
the
it
world.
how does it feel getting that penta on your main in finals?
I think it was so leading up to this game. I even heard like X Ties even asked me like I was thinking of leaving Euro Zero open. This was me reminding everyone here, don't let me get this champion, or you're just gonna lose.
It was poetic
Yep.
pentakill.
Beautiful.
Honestly, Adrian scored like 5 or 6 quadra kills during the season, and now just to get the pentakill in finals on his main, beautiful.
Oh no, the most poetic way to get that penta would be if you go game 5, really long game, and just end the game with the pentakill and just win the series. That would be
Evo wouldn't let us do that. They just
Yeah.
went over.
I
Oh,
need to
sorry.
remove a cat real quick.
Be careful how you handle that cat. Don't throw it around.
I know we don't do alinities here. But yeah, the Evo side was definitely struggling at one point with Jeff, I feel like. Because it didn't matter what they picked against you, Jeff. You came out on top. How did you experience this top lane? Did you feel like you could push that lead into your team? Did you feel like you were not just a top laner pushing lanes? You were actually able to play the game?
Yeah, exactly. I felt like I was just able to do a lot more. I don't know, in the first game I was kind of counterpicked, right, with the Horn and Aatrox thing.
Yeah.
But it still was like completely fine for me in my opinion. Maybe it's just Boa doesn't really know how to pressure or something, but I felt like it was really free for me, to be honest.
And I mean, you found some crazy angles, especially on the first 3 games. You know, we had this
Yeah.
thing on cast where we just said, "Yeah, man, this guy and walls, this guy and walls." So game 4, when you didn't get a champion that does good with walls, because it was a bit of a different approach with that Aatrox. So once you got that Aatrox, how much did you change in the way you're approaching the laning and team fights?
It was definitely different because we've like practiced the Aatrox and scrims, but we've never like fully considered it in like playing in competitive games. So it was a nice change to play him, and obviously it's really fun to play. So I had a blast.
Had a blast.
It was fun as fuck, man.
So now we have had the top lane. We have had the mid lane. Lowcock. How was this game? How were these games? Like, you weren't on your signature champs, thus they were not allowed to be in the game.
Yeah, that was sad to see, man. I would have liked at least one, SLE trundle just for the memes and everything. Got up, but it fine. It boosts his ban rate against me.
So, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we really cracked down hard on drafting. I might be a small liability in that section, coming out with the crazy ideas. So we just knocked down hard in scrims and said, you know what, we'll stick to the basics. Hecarim, J4,
Bit of
of
Poppy.
course the volley bear. Poppy is always a solid pick, right? There's not much to it. But we had been considering the Lilia, didn't get to do it because Ori picked it as well. I will say directly, I would have outclassed him if I had the Lilia, no doubt. Yeah, I should. I'm still traumatized by the whole, tier list in the beginning when I joined. SLE.
The
The
so
C tier
renowned.
jungler. C tier jungler. I mean,
Yeah, the
what?
renowned controversial.
I am looking down from up here. How's the weather? You might know.
It's pretty sunny up here, right?
Hell yeah, man. Can't imagine what it's like.
Velko. Always not regarded as C tier support at any point. Um,
Okay.
not as big as a role this game as or this series as you were in the Dragon series. 'Cause that was just
Yeah.
man was built different that day. Um,
Yeah.
how did you feel the bot lane going with your lane duo against
With your
Ori,
one
but
and
also
only.
the substitute? Did this substitute throw you guys off too much on the bot lane, or
I
you guys
think
handled?
the only thing that threw us off was the Senna Tom, which we did not think that they would play. But other than that, I mean, bot lane is versus Evo is so boring. It's like it's just farm. There's no action happening, so it's it's whatever.
Well, don't forget the solo kill last game.
Yeah, well, that wasn't me. That was
Yeah,
Mikus.
true,
He's
true.
the one having fun. I'm just roaming around.
Oh, Mikas, captain of the winning team of SLE.
Yeah,
Solo
that was
killing,
my boys.
solo killing Yelena. Maybe on the tower, but we keep that part out of it. We only saw it like last second when the camera panned over. But yeah, how does it feel, and what is Gucci gonna do next?
Honestly, yeah, shout outs to all the Gucci boys. Very proud of your performance. The top side played amazing. Yeah, I didn't have to even do that much. Like the solo kill is fun, but that was I think Ori felt the pressure that he needs to make something happen because everything was collapsing around him. So he kind of forced that play, and I played it fine. But overall, yeah, Gucci is planning to expand to 3 teams. We will run 3 teams in every in on different leagues. This will be the last time you will see this roster together for some quite some time because Jeff, the top line superstar, is gonna go down to AD carry, and he's gonna be supported by Loco. And the jungler, Jonathan Broxa, local, will be switching to support. And your very own analyst, Rengo, is joining Gucci as well.
So
But,
to
more
explain
announcements
to
later.
the viewers, Jeff and Loco will not be playing in SLE after this split, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They will be moving to a different league for logistical reasons, as you want as an org, you don't want everyone in the same what you call it, the competition. Yeah, so 60% of the Gucci team stays, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
I'm going for a repeat.
of course, if possible, we would, of course, like submit them as our substitute players. We can have them in when we need to, or if we need
Yeah.
to.
Xanax, do you have anything you want to add to these boys?
There's one thing that's on my mind, and it's towards Mikus.
Yeah.
That misfortune build. It's just something that I've never seen before in my life. Because the Gale Force and Essence River is like such an unnatural combo. Because we've been seeing a lot of like lethality, MF, and then the only other thing we've seen besides lethality was mostly Kraken Slayer. So I just want to know a bit of like understanding into the reasoning behind that build.
Oh, I'm famous for my builds, by the way. I was the guy who built Kaisa with the Edge of Night, and I've had some questions. You haven't seen my what was it? Rapid Fire Cannon Gale Force Varus. That's another legendary build. So that game, actually, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, I auto-piloted with Essence River because I don't even think the item is good. I don't know why did I build it. Sometimes I do that. But Gale Force, I think it's very necessary against the Yasuo, Leona, and yeah, I kind of need the extra mobility. But it was very hard to play that game anyways because all my damage is at the end of the day neglected by Yasuo and Gwen. It was yeah, I don't know. I don't know how could I have built to carry that game, but I don't know. Maybe you're up to. Maybe you can give us some suggestions. Post Malone's little brother.
I don't have any face stats yet, and I still have some hair for now. So,
Okay.
Alright.
I think in a few years when I'll follow my dad's gene pool and my hair's gonna start falling off. I mean, my hairline's already a bit receding. So, other than that, I'll be there. I'll go get some face stats, some grills, and I'll
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah, you could pull it off.
Yeah, and with that, the MVP is going to Sylvanix.
What?
Well, that's what the viewers voted for. They voted
This
for you,
man
Sylvanix.
always acts surprised, but
Yeah. Pentakills. Oh, but wait, I played good. Oh, wow, I didn't notice.
No, no, Jeff.
But yeah, so
Okay.
thank you guys. Thank you for participating. Thank you for giving such a banger of a series and giving us such great finals. And for the people we will see return in the SLE, we hope to see you guys soon. And for the guys that's going to the other leagues, good luck in your new teams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then with that, we're gonna move off to interviewing the head coach or owner. I don't know exactly which one. He will tell us. Of the losing team. Hello, Rosser.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing mediocre.
Mediocre.
You know, there was a lot of hashtag Evo win. You know,
Oh, always, man. You
do
have to
you
support the boys.
do you have the integrity to post in Twitch chat right now hashtag Evo lose?
I have the integrity actually because that is what we did in the
Yeah.
end. We lost.
Yeah.
So
I mean, regardless, it was a good fight to the end. Very good split. A very good playoffs run. So you know, can't win them all.
so
Yeah.
Ori's return looked like it was gonna get swung around. Didn't happen. The heavily some problems within the team. Where in game 4 we saw it most, right? Where Evo kind of lost it early. Is this team gonna stick together, and are you gonna work on this as a coach and make them the force to be reckoned with again in split 3?
So I won't address the question quite yet. I just want to actually apologize to my team that I wasn't there for them enough, and it shows. Well, results are just the results are based of how much work you put into it and how much you actually grind, how much you practice, and how much you want to win in the end, I guess, and how much you are willing to put into it. And I wasn't willing to put in enough time with the team, and it showed. We didn't scrim basically at all in the last 2 months. And yeah, I think that's I think the players can take a lesson for life with them, at least in seeing results are always based off of how much work you put into it. For this series in specific, like in game 4, I think it was a very dirty game, very dirty early game, like you said. Bunch of mistakes been made, and then I think there might be a mental game as well. I wasn't there for the whole comms. I just joined after, so I didn't know how the mood was in between the games. Obviously, the first 2 games without the actual AD carry, or our actual AD carry, probably got to them as well. But in the end, Gucci deserved to win based off of the last 2 games. Even though we won 1 game, they still deserved to take it home today, and that's what they did.
Yeah, I think good inspirational words. And so, what's up for you, or what's up for Evo next? What can we expect from you guys?
At this moment, we're not entirely sure. If you can expect us in SLE again. But if we do join, then we'll be sure to take the thing home.
Yeah. Hashtag Evo win.
Hashtag Evo win.
Hashtag Evo win.
Hashtag Evo win, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the boys.
Alex, do you have anything you want to add to this?
No, I think it was just a very good inspirational speech, you know, just to all the Evo players who might be feeling down or whatnot. on just to people in general. I mean, the words Nick said here about takes effort to get results. I think it's something that resonates with a lot of people, even outside of league. So I just think it was a nice and short interview that just encapsulated everything. To be honest.
Yeah. With that, I see that's
I also,
yeah.
sorry. I want to thank all of the cast for today, and not only for today, but for the whole SLE. It's always been fun watching you. Obviously, it's just not a highly professional, everybody gets paid type of league, but you guys still made it a really, really, really fun environment. The viewers were engaged always, and I just want to thank the whole staff. I'm sure you put a lot of your time into it, and it turned out to be fun. Turned out to be great. Everybody had a good time here. And yeah, just a big thanks. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, to all of our staff doing the streaming here in front, the faces in front, or the people doing the administrative work behind. Mick is writing awesome articles about the playoff series as well. Big
True.
shout out to him. It's
Banger content.
banger content coming out from all sides, and of course the viewers. Because what would this be when only 2 people are watching, right? I think we hit 50 people at one point, 50 viewers, record
Something
high.
like that.
We also hit 80 people, but that was because the stream bugged out and it disconnected at one point. We can maybe say that we hit 80, but not the facts. But yeah, 50 people watched today's stream, and it was insane. And we thank everyone here coming. And with that, I think Dread will finish his revel. Thank you guys. Give one of you guys
Yeah.
a win.
And talking about Dread, a big driving force on SLE. Sadly, he couldn't be with us today. And, in the name of everyone at SLE, I mean, again, we extend our condolences because he lost a family member. So he is going through a pretty rough time. But yeah, it's, takes
Much-
time. And everything he did for SLE is just massive for all of us. So immense gratitude for Dreadpool and everyone in
Yeah.
SLE staff team and casters that cast the split. It was just a very, very, very good split, and I would dare to say that it's been a massive step up from season 1 in regards of just quality and all around. It's just been we're just growing, and yeah.
The split had its lows at a certain point in the middle where we had a little bit of lack of members, but then heroes like Dread and Zetos coming in, helping us out. And yeah, Dread, there's so much love to you. You put this streaming to a different level. I still can't get half of the stuff to work that this man gets to work during this stream, and I see him rounding up. So I don't know. Are we gonna self-promote the split free a bit more? I think
Yeah,
so.
of course. I
probably.
mean, split 1, decent, first split we just started. Split 2, banger. Split 3, I mean, it can only go up, right? There's no way it can get worse. Absolutely no way.
And
Surely it's gonna get better.
and before the ship burns down. But yeah, split free. We will be pushing news very soon about start date and everything and what we
Has
are
the
planning.
raffle actually just closed?
Yeah, the raffle just closed, so
Maybe I'll be there, maybe not. You'll see.
maybe Brill
Okay,
will be there,
I know
maybe not.
Brillman with some words as Obsession 2. No idea who that is. First time I see the name. But yeah.
Might be Obsidian. Could it be Obsidian? I think
No.
close. I don't know.
No, but anyways, Obsession 2. Congrats on winning your 1350 LP skin. RP, not LP. So just add Dread. I think Dread's gonna write out his name on in the Twitch chat. So just add him on League, and he's gonna get you hooked up with the skin.
Yeah, with that, I
Obsession
think
join Split 3. Yeah, so see you then. You'll get to play with the skin you get now. So
I think oh, it's Sam's team. Oh, it's actually one of our staff members' team.
yeah,
So
that's good.
yeah,
That's
with
good.
that, we're closing this off. We're thanking all of you, all of the staff, and we see you guys in the free. And I'm 100% sure Brett
Also,
will do. Yeah?
before you close the stream, I want Brill and Zach to unmute so they can say bye to the stream as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I mean, they were casters, but I think it's still nice to give them a
Yeah.
good send off.
So definitely, I also think Brett will have some other
It's just-
temporary entertainment in between the split. Yeah,
My crashed.
the people crashed.
Oh
Okay.
my god, I'm sorry. My dog.
Open up, yeah.
My dog didn't like the fact that I tried to clear my throat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired now, guys. Why'd you have to make it 4
Oh.
games?
Thank you all for
Yeah, I should
coming.
have made it 5 next time.
Yeah. Next time, make it 5 and make Zapdos even more tired. But have a good night, guys. I see y'all.